Good morning, class. Today I'm going to cover the last topic of Chapter 1, Evolution of Computers, Part 3. And the last topic of this chapter is Characteristics of a Computer. Till now we have studied what all early computing machines have been developed, what was the generations of computers, and now we'll study about the characteristics and the limitations. So let's go one by one about the characteristics. The first characteristic of a computer is speed. We all know that the computer speed is very fast. A computer can process millions of instructions in seconds. Okay, you can say, what is the speed of a computer? Million MIPS. It is calculated in MIPS, millions of instructions per second. That means in 1 second, millions of instructions is being calculated. The second characteristic is accuracy. Accuracy means the correct answer. We all know that whatever data we enter into the computer, it always gives us the correct result, the correct output. So accuracy is a computer provides a high degree of accuracy. Every calculation is performed with the same accuracy. Means whatever calculation is being done, you will get the right answer, the correct answer. The next characteristic is diligence. Diligence means that computer never gets tired for working for long hours. If you are working on a computer for say about 7 to 8 hours, you will get tired because you are a human being. But will a computer get tired? No. A computer will not get tired because it is a machine. Okay? So without any break, without any boredom, a computer can work for long hours. It does not get tired. The next is storage capacity. You all know that computer can store a large amount of data. Next is versatility. We all know that computer can perform different type of tasks, different type of work. Okay? We can do programming, you can play games, you can watch movies, you can listen to songs, you can create a presentation, you can create a document, you can create a paint file, and so on and on and on. So that means a computer is a versatile in nature. A computer can be used to perform different types of tasks, different types of work. At the same time, you can perform 2 different types of tasks. That means you are listening to the song and at the same time you can make your presentation, or you can create a document, or you can paint a file. Okay, so that means 2 different tasks you can perform at the same time, and this is known as multitasking. Multi means many, task means work. So multitasking means a computer can perform 2 different type of tasks at the same time. Okay. Next is compactness. Compactness means the day by day there are so many technologies, there are so many advancements in this technology. Okay. So day by day the computer size is decreasing. If you have studied about the generations, I have told you about the generation. In the first generation, the size of the computers were very huge. As the days passes by, as the years passes by, now we are into 5th generation. You can see we are using tablet, a very small size. Smartphone, a very small size of a computer. Smartphone is also a computer only. Why? Because you are performing all the types of work in your smartphone. You can create a document, you can create an Excel file, you can create a PDF file. So you're doing all your work of your laptop in your smartphone as well. So that means as the days are passing by, the size of the computers is getting decreased. Okay. Next is reliability. We are all reliable. Okay, that means whatever the data we are entering into the computer will always gives the right answer. It will always gives us the correct result, because whatever data we are entering, it's the user's responsibility to enter the data. If I am entering the wrong data, and I'm obviously I will get the result as per the data entered. Okay, so reliability means a computer does not make mistakes. We can be reliable on computer. Okay, we can be reliable on computer, that computer will not make a mistake. If the input is correct, then the computer will always gives us the right answer as per the input. Next is power of remembering. We all know that whatever, since the storage capacity is so high, so we can recall the data whenever we want. If the data is there, if my file is already saved in my PC, in my personal computer, I can open that particular file at any point of time. So the data stored in the computer can be recalled at any time. Next topic is, or the last topic is, limitations of a computer. Now, till now we have studied about the characteristics, what all features a computer carries. Now there are some limitations also that computer cannot do. Let's see. First is, a computer is a versatile machine. We all know that, but it has some limitations as well. Now let's go the limitations. First is lack of decision making ability. A computer does not have a brain like human beings. We have the ability to think what is right and what is wrong. We can decide. Okay, but since a computer is a machine, it cannot take a decision on its own. Okay, it can only perform the task that a human being has instructed him to do so. So whatever the instructions we enter into the computer, on those instructions the computer works. A computer cannot enter the instructions on its own. Okay, so that means lack of decision making ability. A computer cannot take any kind of decision. Next is lack of intelligence. Computer is an intelligent machine, but it is not intelligent as the human being. We all know that a human being has created a computer. Computer has not created a human being. Okay, so that means who is more intelligent? Obviously we, the human beings. So a computer is not gifted with intelligence as human beings are. We are God gifted in terms of intelligence. It can only work as per the instructions given by the human beings. So that means a computer is dependent on us. Lack of feelings and emotions. Obviously, since it is a machine, so it does not have any feelings or emotions. Okay, it does not possess feelings and emotions like human beings. It cannot do anything on its own. Time taken in planning and programming. We have to first choose the jobs to be computerized, and then proper planning and development of programs can take days, months, and sometimes even years. What does that mean? That when a software is launched, okay, that particular software will be run on the computer, but who has created that software? A team of human beings, a team of professionals, a team of software engineers have created that particular software. So that software can take days also, months also, or even years. Okay, so whatever the work is to be done, it is to be computerized, and it takes proper planning and development so that that particular work come into the effect. So this is how we come to the end of this chapter. Okay, if you have any query related to this chapter, feel free to ask me. Thank you, children.